We've all seen pictures of the Earth from space, from the moon, the International Space Station. But in math, when we describe the Earth, it doesn't fit the picture. This immediately throws up a red flag, showing evidence that, one, either the math describing the size and shape of the Earth is wrong or a lie, or that the pictures were shown, supposedly from space, of the actual Earth are in fact just forgeries.
In 2006, NASA launched the Solar Terrestrial Relations Observatory, or STEREO spacecraft. Over the last 4 years, the two spacecraft have slowly made their way along Earth's orbit, with STEREO A advancing ahead and STEREO B falling behind. As they've separated, our view of the Sun has increased. Other satellites near Earth, such as SOHO and now SDO, continue to watch the Sun from Earth's perspective, while the STEREO spacecraft see increasingly different views. Now STEREO A and B are almost exactly opposite each other, and for the first time in human history, we have a view of the entire Sun.
You caught a glimpse of their composite Sun image from those satellites they were talking about. This is from the Hubble telescope. Notice just the differences here. Then here we have a picture of the Sun from the surface of the moon. Looking pretty much like a spotlight if you ask me, but you probably didn't. Here we have another composite image from Bill Ingalls, just more bullcrap. Notice this is the International Space Station. Notice how small it is and how big the Sun looks right now. Here you have a picture of the Earth and Sun from the International Space Station. Notice the differences. It just doesn't add up. It just does not make sense. Here's a look at a time lapse taken by a who cares which astronaut on the International Space Station. Just notice the differences in each of these different supposedly official NASA images and videos I'm showing you. They're changing over the years. They're not consistent, nor do they add up with reality, math, what we observe. It's hard to look at everything that they've put out there and then still believe what they're telling us. Think about the power it would take to land on the moon's surface, just dropping in without being crushed. You'd have to have so much force, enough to keep that heavy landing object from just crushing under its own weight and the force of falling through the atmosphere and onto the surface. So you have to have a powerful thrust, enough to blow away some measly moon sand. But we've taken pictures of planets, right? We've taken pictures of Earth from our modern space station, right?
It's a real show, it's an absurd show. A lot of people don't know this about me. I light a cigarette. I smoke. Did I talk to you?
Good point.
So Steve Jobs is dead. Steve Jobs is dead. He looks pretty active. Healthy, robust, charismatic. And Stephen Hawking is still alive. I guess it pays to keep your mouth shut and do what you're told. That's amazing, eh? Smartest man alive. Holds all the answers about our universe and outer space and how it works. And he's also the least likely to go up in a rocket to check out his theories.
Sure.
When you hear Stephen Hawking talk, I mean, it's a robot voice. That's amazing. Back in 1980, he developed artificial intelligence just for one guy to push NASA. Artificial intelligence that could tap into his fucking brain
As he wants or is gone to.
and read his thoughts so he could talk through a robo-filter.
The question of whether God is bound by the laws of science is a bit like your question.
You'd think that they would have fucking maybe installed online translator. Because if they said that was the smartest man in the universe, I don't know if everybody would believe him. So who's the real voice? It is Matt Boylan, a.k.a. Matthew Leonard Boylan, a.k.a. Dragonfly Supervisor, Agent M2 ZX10, Graphics Operational Manager for NASA. Been a comedian for about 20 years. It's been fun. I'm a high-realist painter, photorealist painter. Worked for NASA on and off doing freelance graphics for about 20 years now. And the quark in the second atom of the quasar in the black hole. NASA. As you can see, we got a nice red serpent tongue coming through there. NASA. And there's the UN flag. Also the symbol of the flat earth. Oh, of course, if I say flat earth, I gotta be an idiot, right? That's what they told you, right? It's a ball. There's no Antarctica in this. It's a bird's eye with the North Pole. Right in your fucking face. You know, there's gonna be some comedians making jokes tonight, but I want to talk about the joke that's on you. Outer space. There it is. There's your world. You know when they took that? 1969. First lunar mission to the moon. You know, the first lunar mission to the moon wasn't so much about going to the moon. It was about having an event so you can go high enough to take a picture after 500 years to prove it was a ball. Oh, there they are. Moon landing, 8:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1969. Isaac Newton, 1666. 666-999-6666. Most people saw the lunar landing and they swear on it because they heard it on the radio. CBS put up screens all over in Central Park, along with NBC. you know, so they could work with groupthink dynamics. Reality is reinforced by group dynamics, witnessing an event. Now, is it really them halfway to the moon? Or they just turned out the lights in the cabin and pressed the camera up against a round window? Don't forget your flag of the world has no Antarctica, and it's flat. But of course, to entertain that notion, you have to be an idiot. Right? Like they told you, Simon says. Now, I'm gonna run you guys through a perception test to see if this crowd could discern between an image that's a painting by applause or a photo of reality. So by applause, how many people think this is a painting? By applause, how many people think this is a photo? It's a photo of a painting, but that's not the fucking argument. Next. It's a painting. Photo or painting? By applause, photo. By applause, painting. It's a painting by the artist photorealist Cesar Santander. Photo or painting? Painting. That's the photo. How do I know? I did it. Applause. Painting or photo? By applause, photo. By applause, painting. That's a photo that looks like a painting. Photo or painting? Painting. I did it. Pause. Photo or painting? Photo? By applause? By applause, painting? You're just fucking crap shooting in the casino now, aren't you? Painting, Richard Estes. Photo or painting? By applause, photo? That's a photo. Next. And that's my painting of the photo. Photo or painting? Photo? It's a photo. Pause. Photo or painting? It's a painting, I did it. I fucking did it. I own the copyright on all this shit. Pause. That's why I can monetize on YouTube. By the way, I own the NASA channel on YouTube. I swear to God. That's an official photo from NASA. By applause, how many people think that's a photo? By applause, how many people think this is bullshit? This is Ololapia, distant moon of Mercury. This is Ololapia without the shading from Adobe Photoshop. Good look at it. And this is the little section from an ice inlet in the Antarctic that I cut out, and I just cropped the fucking black circle out of construction paper and made a planet out of it. Oh, this is Pupatipia. This is a distant planet of Venus. As you can see here, you can see all the crater textures on my shirt. We can fucking make you think anything. Oh! This is amazing. These are supernovas. They never caught this many suns colliding and actually exploding at the same time by Hubble telescope. And actually I have a close-up of this. Amazing. This is actually the most distant shot they have of our galaxy. Here's a close-up. They came up with a new term for this, collisionary supernovas, because suns were actually meeting and exploding at the same time. In a Christmas tree. This guy's pretty smart right there. This is Mars. This is the surface of Mars. Yeah. Very sandy. Surface of Mars without the black background. And there you go. It's just a desert. Oh, this is sunrise on Star Trek. So it's a Hollywood image that looks real. Now, photo or painting? 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 How the fuck would you know? How the fuck would you know? This is actual NASA. Here, pause. You see this cloud formation there? You see Africa? You see the shadow line on the top of Africa? Next image. They fucking reversed it. Our boys at NASA, they took the same image, they just flipped it. Did you get it? They flipped it. And they call it two different images. Well, people are going to go, well, here's some footage of the Earth rotating. Liar. So you got you can't see it very well here with the light here, but you got South America turning here. But what's interesting here is has this image been doctored by applause? Yes or no? Has it been doctored? Yeah, it's been sped up because South America at this speed is going to be around in 5 minutes. But what's interesting is the clouds are not morphing. Oh, it's spinning, but the artists are too lazy to show how fast the clouds will be morphing at that speed. Check it out. See that cluster of clouds? It's not fucking changing. And that's a real shot of the Earth spinning. But the clouds aren't changing. People go to me, what are you on? What did you fucking smoke? What drugs did you take? What drugs did the planet take? Because you're never gonna fucking know. If it's a fucking ball. So if I want to hide how much real estate there really is, I'll tell you this amount. You're never going to go to the South Pole to check out my theory. I rest my case.
I could think it. You better hope nobody's got the budget. How do you brainwash? Well, you repeat it. You repeat the same thing over and over again. You know, if somebody's resisting the concept, if you keep fucking repeating it, after 6 times, they'll incorporate it in their brain. They may not agree with it, but repeat it another 1,000 times, they'll start saying it. I could start a campaign called Wah-ta-ta-ta for fucking $4 billion this week. And in 24 hours through Twitter, everybody could be walking around going Wah-ta-ta-ta, Wah-ta-ta-ta. Okay, so here's the picture of the Earth from space. There it is. Since you were a kid, you've seen this image. But you've never seen it from that point of view. You've never seen that with your eyes from that scale of a model, that point of view, from outside of the planet's surface. 1482, this is when they came up with this idea. We are on that thing, it's a ball. Hey, we should go to the North and the South Pole. We didn't do it yet, it's a fucking ball. Hey, nobody's even like jumped up high enough to see if it is a ball. You can't do that, we don't have planes yet, it's a ball. You know what? We adopted this whole model like 400 or 500 years before the airplane. 400 years before the airplane, pretty much. Like what, like beginning of the 1900s? They went to the North Pole in the 1900s. This is 1482. Nobody went to the top of the globe, to the bottom, or flew up, or built a skyscraper. That's it. It's been a decade since like Columbus hit America. That's it. You had Spinoza, Leibniz. Everybody was fighting to say what the fuck we were on, how much land there really was. Real estate, right? Real estate. The only commodity that appreciates besides art. Right? These are the only things that appreciate. Everything's depreciating except those two. It's funny how these two are going to meet and what I'm going to talk about. Next image. It's funny that we said that this is what we're in right now. This is what we're on before any instrument approved. Until pause. Can you do it? It's funny, back in the 60s when they went to the moon, this is the first time we actually had like an instrument of flight to actually go high enough to actually fucking check out if what we agreed to 500 years ago was real. So if they were wrong after 500 years, the question is, would they tell you? It took Newton like a book 3 times thicker than the Bible, and he still couldn't finish his equation on how to prove gravity. He would try to prove gravity when you read Newton's book of Principia through like Stephen Hawking, or if you even find the original book, he would prove by saying that everything started with the word if. If you fucking take Newton's book of like if the earth is a ball and objects are being thrown this way, blah blah blah, you know, that means that we're spinning at this amount of velocity and you can't feel it, and why the objects don't go flying off into the universe is because of gravity, because of a vacuum system of air pressure. I mean, he went into hyperbole, into ifs. I mean, if you were to highlight every time the word if came up in Newton's book of physics, you could fucking use it as a flashlight in a dark room, man. It's like you fucking get out of the cave with the amount of times if is highlighted in his fucking book on physics. The first Apollo 11 lunar module landing on the moon. I mean, it's right there. This is the proof, man. It's the picture's right there. It's landing on the moon. But the only problem I have with this picture is that it's taken from the moon. I don't know what the big deal was with being the first guy on the moon. It seems the camera crew was already there. The fucking tripod. Camera A, B, C. You know, back in the 60s, I mean, I know people who believe they saw the landing on the moon because they heard it on the radio. Don't get in here, they're on the moon, I can hear the dust. My God, I can hear him walk. He's walking slow. There's zero gravity up there. Jesus, they're on there now. They're on there now. I could just see a guy in a sound studio just taking fucking, like a bag of salt going, landing on the wooden floor and just going, oh my God, they're there. And it's funny when you click on Google Images, photo of the Earth, keep going. Because this is realistic. But you'll see 40 pages on Google. But it's always the same fucking photo. It's the same photo. They just changed the contrast. Check it out, keep going. Oh yeah, boom, 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 40 pages. Look closely. It's always the same. Oh, what is that? I guess this is a photo of the Hubble telescope taking a picture of itself. The next one. They're on Mars. That's unbelievable. Big round of applause for the Americans finally accomplishing something. That's amazing. And this is it. This is what, pause right here. This is what's amazing. I was trying to figure out, like, they brag about, like, at what distance the Hubble telescope can, like, get a picture of space. And I want to know what was the furthest this thing could, like, get a picture of our universe, right? And this is it. It's, is that 14 billion? It's 14 billion. 14 billion light years, which is unbelievable if you know light years. And I know this is a light year crowd. I could tell, like, you do. But, right? 14 billion light years. That's unbelievable that a camera would get that distance. Like, What's the furthest distance? Oh, that's 14 billion light years. Okay, in kilometers? Oh man, that's difficult. I mean, we're talking light years. This is really fucking far, and we're at 14 billion of them. Do you want to know how much one light year is? And so then I did the research. One light year, one fucking light year, one light year out of the 14 billion light years is, I don't even think we have a fucking name for this number, do we? That's, what is that? That's, we got a billion here, and that's like 10 trillion? 10 trillion kilometers is one light year. This is where the math becomes intimidating. You just give up and you go, you're right, NASA. You've got so many fucking zeros. I wish I could get a fucking paid a check like that. That's fucking, what is this, the Matrix? What am I looking at here? I'm like, where's Neo? You know, like, you want the red pill or the blue pill? You know, like, what is this? Like, and then this is what I times it. So I 14 billion times 10 trillion fucking kilometers fucking gives me, you just give up. You're like,
Here's a little bit from Feed Your Mind.
No one else has been to the moon but Americans, and that's very strange as well. So everybody decided, all the nations just never went to the moon after America was the first up there. And we haven't been back as Americans. So anyways, back to our Earth. So the Earth pictures are fake. So let's prove this right now. So you would have thought that you saw so many pictures of the Earth. Well, check this out. We're gonna view the gallery. And picture one, we got it was 43 years ago. The first complete photo of Earth's sunlit face in 43 years. It was taken from 1 million miles away. So they're telling you they sent the data 1 million miles. That's some type of coverage there. I mean, what type of signal is that strong to transmit that far? 1 million miles. So let's look at the second picture. This is from the Apollo 17 crew, and it was taken while traveling towards the moon, they're telling you. And it was taken 28,000 miles away. So they're saying, so this looks much different from the first one, because look at this one, and look at that one. Much different pictures. Look at the size of Africa. Look at this mess down here. I mean, this is not authentic. Now, they even admit this. It's not just me saying this. It's not authentic. Watch, you'll start to see. Just keep on following along. Now, first of all, look at these pictures. Does this look real to you? Okay, so let's get the proof. So NASA captured the data used to create these images of the Western and Eastern hemispheres in 2001. So they captured the data used to create these images. And many similar images released between 1972 and 2015 are composites of pictures taken at different times. So they were telling you right here that basically all the pictures you've ever seen your whole life have been composite pictures. Any picture you've seen of the Earth from 1972 to 2015, and if you think there, and so now that you know that all those pictures are fake, what makes you think that anything is new that they're presenting to you now? Anything is real. What makes you think that the pictures are real now? Because they just they told you right here that all the pictures are fake. They're composites of data put together into they formed it into a globe. So let's look at the next one. 2002 picture from NASA. They stitched together satellite data. Once again, they're telling you that this is not a real picture. So where's your pictures? Where's your proof? So you've seen 1,000 pictures of the Earth by now, right? That's why you know the Earth is round. Well, I'm destroying that whole concept right now, and I'm proving to you that you have not seen a picture of the Earth. Okay, so you don't have an argument when if you're gonna use that. I know the Earth is round, and this is it's because you know it's round because you've seen the pictures of the Earth. Well, no, you haven't. You've seen what they presented to you, what NASA has presented to you, and to this day, there's no video, real time video of the Earth. It's all pictures and stills. So even the pictures that they're trying to present to you today are stills. It's not like a camera. You're watching. You cannot watch the Earth rotating video motion. So let's look at the next one. This is obviously fake. If you believe this is real, I mean, you might as well join like some type of weird religion because I'm sure that, I mean, if you're gonna believe this is real, I mean, you have no right to talk about anybody else's beliefs ever again. So this is a picture, once again, pieced together from satellite data from 2004. This is the blue marble picture they presented you. So is this your picture? Is this your proof that the Earth is a globe? Well, let's check another one. Let's check let's check the sixth picture. This is a photo from 2012 data. Once again, it's compiled from satellite data. So this is not real. Let's see this one. NASA produced this more recent blue marble by integrating satellite data once again from. So this is more satellite data. Look at this. You thought these pictures were real.
So we know that NASA's getting at least most of their information wrong, or they're lying about it. We can see the evidence in the pictures and the videos they've shown us. It's just not real material. It is doctored or set up material, or complete animation in some cases. If you're still not questioning whether or not we're on a planet, then wait till we get into gravity. You think you know gravity, you think gravity is a law that applies to us. But is it?